Hello, Hare Krishna. Today I want to talk about the war on masculinity, the war on the young men, the teenage boys, and even men in their 30s like myself. And that is a psychological, mental war that is destroying masculinity. And there's two things that I believe are the most vicious out of all the mental games, all the psychological operations, everything that's going on with the war of masculinity. And that's video games and pornography. I'm going to try to explain this as simply as I can without going into, because I'm not a psychologist, but I've just really contemplated and thought about these things for a really long time. And through my own experience, watching porn and playing video games, I have come to the conclusion that these two things are actually destroying masculinity. So video games, as men, we like to compete. And that doesn't mean we want to, like the old days, kill each other in the Coliseum or anything like that. But we compete, for status and things like that. And it makes us feel good when we win. So what video games does is it gives us a false sense of accomplishment. It gives us a false sense of achievement. Like the video games, they even have little achievements that pop up. Ping! You achieved this. Ping! You did this. But you didn't actually do anything. You just sat and twiddled your thumbs and stared into a mirror, a reflection, a screen that tells lies to your vision, and it gives you that false sense of accomplishment. It gives you that false sense of doing something, of achieving something, right? But all you're actually doing is just sitting on your ass and getting fatter and fatter because now you're drinking, you're relaxing, but you're doing so much, but you're actually doing so little, right? And then pornography. Pornography, I think, is even a bigger war on masculinity and destroying men because it does a few things. It eliminates rejection, it objectifies women, and it gives you a false sense of sexual satisfaction. So when it comes to rejection, it's as men we approach women, and we can do that from a place of our heart or a place from our mind and our dick. These two, somehow these two are connected. We always skip this one. Ow, got a little mosquito bite. And we don't actually know how to speak to women, and since we don't know how to speak to them, and since we're watching these images, and going from one woman to another woman at the click of a mouse, we start to think that we can have whatever we want, and we can objectify, and we can act however we want to get that sexual satisfaction. And that's what it is. And when it comes to just masturbating, I don't know why I just did that with my hand. I'm a very animated person. We don't have rejection anymore, and we can just do what we want, have what we want, go from image to image to image to image. And it's eliminating human contact, it's eliminating love, and it's putting it as into just getting off and fucking, in a sense. And this has psychological effects on us. It really does. Whether you think it does it or not, it's an addiction. And it psychologically fucks you up because we're eliminating contact and we're eliminating the sacred practice of, love, of making love, of connecting, as above, so below, the union, the holy union. And we're eliminating that just so we can get off, and it makes us feel good. And it raises our dopamine levels. And then, oh fuck, I'm missing that again. So I go click on the next image and I do it again. Or you do it again, for example. But yeah, a little longer video than I wanted, but I just want to make it real simple. Video games give us a false sense of achievement, and pornography gives us a false sense of sexual satisfaction and making us lazy, fat, destroying us as men. I hope you got something out of that. Comment below if you think I explained it well enough, or maybe you think I could explain it a little bit more. Maybe you have something to add. Maybe you have some experiences too. If you've experienced this, I want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you think I'm stupid. Maybe you think I'm awesome. Comment below, let me know. I appreciate it. This is how we grow. This is how we learn. And peace, love, and heavy weights.